watching Notepad with me, Ibrahim Sani. Today we shall take a special angle to the show. If you are watching my show, most probably you are in the finance sector, perhaps even in the business circle as well. So that begs the question of whether or not you are actually working out enough. And there's some statistics that I want to highlight. Of course, in 2017 in Malaysia, the cause of death in Malaysia is actually ischemic heart disease in Malaysia. 13.9 or close to 14% was the cause of that, followed by pneumonia and other cerebrovascular diseases. And if you wonder, the question of transport accidents, that actually accounts for just 4.6% of the cause of death in 2017. The numbers haven't changed over the years, and at this point just points to one thing, that some causes of death can actually be preventable if we get fit more. And the question of how to get fit more is going to be discussed in this show. We'll start off with this clip. Take a look. So I wouldn't presume to talk about fitness because I myself am still a beginner in this field. Therefore, I'm bringing two experts into this discussion. I have with me in this show Nana Haleq, a TV host, fitness coach, and also entrepreneur. Joining her is Ain Ramli, an ex-national rower for Malaysia, as well as a senior trainer for Technatives F-EMS. I've been a recent quitter of smoker, and I'm still actually on nicotine gum, and I'm trying to get myself fit. And the reason is because, and there's only one reason, I can't fit my clothes anymore. And after I'm on the treadmill, I don't know, 3 months ago, I just can't stop. Literally, before starting this show, I was on the treadmill as well. Wow. And I'm on the treadmill every day, and I can't get off it. So the question is, how do we leverage upon your experiences into the world of fitness? Let's start with Nana. Why is it important for us to keep fit?
First of all, thank you so much for having me today. And congratulations to you for making the effort and sticking to it for 3 months, right?
3 months so far.
3 months so far. The idea is that you need to just start. Give it a go. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, just start somewhere. It doesn't have to be going to the gym. It can always start in the bedroom where you just literally get up and just do a morning stretch. You can start from there.
The fact is that the first step is always the toughest. And I mean, being a national rower, Jalur Gemilang has always been your thing. How do you match that? I mean, I'm sure being a national athlete, as opposed to, I have a 9-to-5 job, I'm working in an executive position, and it's never 9 to 5, it's always like 9 to 9, 9 to 10 p.m. How do I fit that whole schedule in, and I'm sure you've been through a lot in this field.
So as for me, when I was a national rower, it was the time that I was still studying, I'm doing my degree around that time. And for me to actually squeeze in some time to actually train for our beloved country, of course, it's all about patience, I would say. It's all about how you put into your mind, like how much do you really want it. And it started off with, even I started off working out, it's just about 10 minutes on treadmill. And I find it really difficult, so I really can totally relate to you. And then from 10 minutes, it's move on to 15, 20, and 30 minutes, and I can literally run like a marathon after that. So I guess in a way that you really, if you really want it, you will find a way to actually get what you want. So it's the same with me.
The clientele that you guys keep is actually quite impressive as well. Tell us a little bit about your clientele. You're a fitness coach. This is exactly what you do day to day. The kind of people that walk through the gym with you and the kind of people that train with you, they're all just regular people after all.
Yeah.
Are there any interesting stories you want to share with us?
Okay, my clientele basically come from the general populations up to the VVIP. So lifestyle totally different to one another. Okay, when we talk about the masses, right, they always want fast result. When it comes to Malaysian, they want fast result but less effort. So I always need to tune in the way how I call it brainwashing, because you need to, for example, if you go to you know, to a market, then you have to speak like how the aunties at the market speak. And then if you go to, I don't know, like Bursa or something like that, you need to talk the way how these people talk. So in relation to that, when it comes to the general populations, I need to come down to, all right, making it make sense. Yep. How can this be affordable? And how can this be accessible, and how all these exercises can complement their lifestyle? Whereby with the VVIP is more towards how can I improve the quality of health.
Okay, so
it's totally different.
Yeah, every segment has a different reason.
Yeah.
And as I said just now, I just want to fit my clothes. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to run a marathon, right? And by the way, there have been results, but you know, 3 months in the making. Yeah. So how do you tell these clientele of yours, relax? You just need to wait. The results will come. There's no one size fit all. That's why, you know, you get this whole supplements that may or may not work. You know, this whole contraptions that you see at, you know, shopping malls that again may or may not work. How do you tell them to just be patient and just work out every day? Okay,
one thing that people need to understand is, or realize, I would say, they need to understand that health is wealth. You need to make sure that they understand this. It's not to look good, it's not to fit the clothes, it's not to compare yourself with your siblings or whoever. It's about investing to your wealth, which is health. You know, investing to your ultimate wealth, which is health. So when you make them understand, you have to go through with them the steps of it. All right, plan A is basically trying to get used to the lifestyle. And for you to change someone's lifestyle, you need 28 days for them to basically to be able to change this behavior. So you need to force them to get into this 28 days zone. And how you're going to do that is simply by changing a small habit day to day, in a day-to-day basis. For example, if you are working in the office, yes, we are not active, but we can always do something simple. For example, drinking 8 glasses of water in a day. Yeah. Maybe 8 glasses is not enough. Why don't we try 3 liters? Yeah. You know, so you assign to all these people one challenge a day, something simple that they can start from the office or at home. And at the same time, you also can incorporate a little bit of exercises here and there. What can they do in the office? Stretches maybe, you know, walking, set a challenge. All right, if I walk to the pantry maybe 5 times just to pick up water, at least I'm walking and I'm moving my body. So all this simple stuff. And this is the thing, we have a lot of devices, wearables that can actually help us do this. And I noticed all 3 of us are actually wearing Apple Watches. At first, when I got this device, it tells me to stand up every hour. It was rather disruptive and irritating, to be frank. But now I actually look forward to it, right? Because I actually want to make sure that I close my rings. I make sure that I want to make sure that I move about. How has using any form of wearables, for that matter, impacted your life? Say, for instance, Ain.
So as for me, you know, I started off my day in work very fast, like as early as 7:30, and back to back all the way up to 3 p.m. You know, sometimes I just don't have time for myself, even time to eat. So I think in a way it helps me to give like a reminder, like, you know, you should take care of yourself too. And what I think both of me and I also love these breathe applications, which actually remind us to actually breathe, like properly breathe. So it was a bit, I agree, it was a little bit annoying at first, like, I don't have time to breathe. What, I'm not breathing right now? So in a way that when you just started, you're like, it's actually kind of like relaxing, right?
Yeah.
So
I just want to make this highlight actually, because according to the US Heart Foundation, there are plenty of excuses on why people don't want to work out. Number one, I'm too tired to exercise. The second reason could be I can't afford a gym. I don't have the time. I used to be motivated to exercise, so I don't have the motivation. I don't like to exercise alone. These are some of the excuses that have been presented by the US Heart Foundation. I don't know whether these excuses are worthwhile discussing, but perhaps some of the excuses that I mentioned just now actually resonated with you. You perhaps have used those excuses. So, without further ado, I'd just like to roll this particular clip to discuss a little bit about Ain Ramli's workout schedule before we jump into the discussion. Take a look.
I don't feel the same, yeah. You can show me numbers, I'll show you more. You think you really know me, but are you sure? Peace and salutations outside your door. I'm chasing the cinnamon, I'm chasing the cinnamon.
That was a clip by Ain Ramli, an ex-national rower for Malaysia, as well as a senior trainer of Technatives, joining us in this discussion. There you go, Ain. Of course, Nana Haleq is also joining us to discuss, the whole host of issues of why we need to keep fit. Earlier on in the show, we discussed the reasons why people are dying, and much of the reasons is actually because they're not fit. Honestly, right? And then you have these non-communicable diseases. We're talking about diabetes, hypertension, we're talking about all these things that could have actually been preventable. And there is an economic reason why we should remain healthy, because actually in the long run, it's cheaper to be healthy than it is to be sick.
Yep.
Let's talk about gym membership, right? There's a lot of people that keep on coming up, I don't have money for a gym membership.
As for me, I don't think it's necessary for you to become like a gym membership or to own a membership to become fit, because as I mentioned earlier, it's totally up to you. If you want to be fit, if you want to take care of your family, just to become much more, live a little bit longer, the longevity of your life, then you can just start anywhere, anytime. You can just start at home, by doing 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Now, online is everything. You can just look at the YouTube, and they provide a lot of, example like exercises. Just join, and they also have an app, what we call like a class pass or anything, Guava Pass, which you can actually join classes together with a friend. So I think in a way, it's not necessary to actually become a membership.
That's the problem with some of the excuses that was used just now, right, by the US Heart Foundation. I don't have friends, I don't have cliques to join us to the gym.
Yeah.
From a personal experience, I like to draw my own personal experience. It's not actually quite productive for me to go and work out with another individual. There's always scheduling conflicts, there's always something.
Yeah.
That's why I keep it intense, I keep my run rate very high, because I just want to make sure that in half an hour, I'm done. I'm out of the gym. But I need to go to the gym because they have the equipment and they provide the conducive environment for me to actually work out.
Yep.
Do you think that kind of customization actually, you've got to find out for yourself what works for you? What do you think?
Okay, yes, I totally agree with you. You need to find out for yourself what works for you first. But to be honest, like Ain said, you don't need gym membership or a friend to be fit. You just need to understand what your body requires. That's number one. A lot of people usually, they don't really, they get confused in terms of, okay, I want to slim down, but for what purpose? They need to understand for what purpose. Because when it comes to fitness goals...
I need to host the show, so I can't... Before the show, we met the stylist. The stylist keeps on making noise. I can't fit my shirts anymore, at least at the end of last year, right?
Yeah, but that's a goal, at least you have a goal. But some people, they are still, a bit, cloudy about the things that they want in life. life. If you look at the older generations, right? I mean, like our grandmother or like, stay-at-home wife, they just probably want to get fit, just to move their body and then keep healthy. So yeah, I can see my neighbor walk around the housing area at 5 o'clock in the morning for 2 rounds just to, keep the momentum and keep active. But for someone who are busy, like corporate people, what exactly your goal? Is it to improve your health? Is it to be able to attend meetings and not falling sick? Is it to improve the quality of life whereby you can actually prolong the years that you can actually be successful in your career? Yeah. So what is it? People need to understand that. That's number one. And as for, suiting the time for yourself, I feel that a lot of corporates, I would say companies, already provided such a service whereby they engage certain trainers to come over to give sort of like corporate wellness programs and so on. And I would say people should be taking advantage of all these facilities or services.
But they never do, right? I mean, yes, these things they give for free.
Yeah, because you know why? There's a no follow-up. There's no follow-up. The service is there, but there's no follow-up in terms of the service that has been given. So, for example, if I come in here and then, okay, I'm going to conduct 6 weeks program, but there's no sort of like, I would say, education in terms of why staff need to do it and the realizations on why they should be doing this, then it's not going to work. So, for example, if let's say I come in 6 weeks, and then you have these follow-up videos, you have all these something that, eat good or eat healthy food vendors that come in and provide another service or educate them, it might work. So it's not only just from one. It has to be from multiple
sources.
Yeah.
But there's plenty of things that you guys are doing as well. Can you just pull up some graphics? This is actually ripped from your Instagram. Some of the things that you're doing includes this. Can you tell us a little bit of this? This looks very interesting.
Okay, so this is basically a healthy fit sambal that I actually cook myself, homemade, in fact, with my busy schedule and stuff, because, I realize that Malaysians love to eat. We can't deny that, right? We can't deny that Malaysians love to eat. And one of the staple food that we love to eat is sambal. So hence, healthy sambal. And this is a pumped up a pound, catchy name because I'm going to rap with this. So this is something what we call L-carnitine spray to help people to use their body fat as fuel, to burn faster and more effective. At the same time, helping to reduce their belly fat as well.
And of course, there's some pictures of people actually working out.
Okay, this is actually me giving a workshop. It's like a 5 hours workshop whereby I let them understand about themselves first, so that, in future they'll be able to set up a program for themselves, understand more in terms of supplementations, micronutrients, macronutrients, and all these things, so it can work better for them day-to-day life basis.
Basically, this ties in with what you said earlier. What's the purpose for you to lose weight or to remain healthy? We're running out of time, but perhaps, Ain, could you share with us the 3 things or 4 things that people, corporates, business executives, you name it, right? The people that are working a lot. What are the top tips that you can actually share with us in terms of just getting fit, getting our bums off the chair and go work out?
As for me, I think if they are very busy, they don't really have time to actually start somewhere. You just need to start any sort of workout that you have in mind. If you like to dance, go Zumba. If you like to go, lift weight, go to the gym, or maybe just go doing some body weight workout. And then again on the food, which is the hardest part, I think, people really need to consider about moderation of taking food. Sometimes people only thought like getting fit and then healthy, you just need to be really on a strict diet. It's not about that. It's just about how you put calories in, and that's how you need to burn it on calories out. So, but this thing is they need to really think of first, like nutrition and also a balanced, healthy lifestyle. And in a way, I think it will work that way,
Okay, great. Nana, Ain, thanks for joining us and sharing your very profound experience in terms of fitness. I've been speaking to Ain Ramli, a national rower as well as senior trainer for Technatives, as well as Nana Haleq, TV host, fitness coach, and entrepreneur. Until next time, this is me signing off. Thanks very much. Thanks very much.
you.